I'm Phoenix, and welcome to Serenity's Friday Forum. This week we're talking about anxiety, and as much as I would love to do what I did last week, breaking down what I talked about on Wednesday, if you watched Wednesday's live stream, I did not talk about a lot. Because it's anxiety. And talking about anxiety gives me anxiety. So, there's not much in the way of tools that I can give you to deal with anxiety. Everybody is different, and most tools that I would tell you about don't seem to work for me. There are a few things that do seem to work for me, but I can't exactly recommend them because what I do isn't legal in every state or country. I mean, state-wise is legal. Federally, it's not. So I'm not going to mention it more than I do it. Anyway. So, yeah, tools for anxiety. And I'm going to try and do this in one shot because I don't want to fiddle with title screens and end screens and all that because, of course, anxiety. But, so, yeah, you can use a calming imbibement, whether that happens to be a beer at night or cigarettes, though those I don't recommend because they can cause all sorts of other health issues. But they do seem to help some people. Calming teas, which I can't recommend enough. Valerian, chamomile, lavender, all very good calming things. Though I wouldn't take valerian if you have to do stuff. It has a tendency to knock you right out, but gives you a really good night's sleep. So, and if you're well slept, then you're not as anxious the next day. At least for situational anxiety. Anxiety disorders are a totally different thing, but you can still use the same methods to calm down that you would for situationals. You just might need more or more often, which in the case of the first ones I mentioned can cause addiction, which is a very bad thing. We don't need that. So, meditation is also a really good anxiety killer. If anything, just take, 5 or 10 deep breaths, focus on the in, focus on the out, and it should calm you down in the moment. My therapist actually recommended breathe in, hold, and breathe out, just to slow your breathing down, which slows your heart rate down, which slows your anxiety down. Look, this video is lasting longer than my live stream. To deal with the fear aspect of anxiety, your fight or flight or freeze, go for flight if you can. If you get a fight or flight, get out of the situation. I tend to freeze, which is not always a good idea because then you're still in the situation that is causing you anxiety. If you can afford a pet and the maintenance to take care of them, I would definitely recommend getting a cat or a medium-sized dog. Not one of those little yapping beanie babies. Don't get me wrong, they're adorable. My neighbor has a Jack Russell or a teacup Jack Russell. But he's adorable. He's absolutely adorable. And don't get me wrong, but a medium-sized dog or something with weight would be the better choice. If you cannot get a purring anxiety killer or a weighted fuzz bucket, a weighted blanket is a really good idea. You can wrap them around your shoulders if you need to stay awake. If you need to go to sleep, make sure it is the top or bottom blanket. Don't hide it in between something, it's liable to fall off either way. But I have a 5-pound weighted blanket, and along with the other blankets that I sleep with, it helps me get all the way through the night, because my anxiety is one of the big things that keep me up, along with my PTSD, but that's in a couple weeks. Tryptophan. If you have anxiety or depression, serotonin is pretty much the big thing that you're missing. In order to get that in naturally without a without medication, I couldn't remember the letters, so medication. If you need to get that without the medication, a good thing would be to get foods high in tryptophan. Now, tryptophan turns into melatonin in the absence of light, which is why when you're stuck inside watching football, eating turkey on Thanksgiving in America, or any poultry on other major holidays, and that's why you get sleepy at the end. That's the tryptophan turning into melatonin. It also turns into serotonin, and an easy way to get that is to have a nice chicken salad sandwich and a big glass of milk, and go for a walk outside in the sun, or get a light box, because in the presence of full spectrum light, serotonin is the other end of that conversion process, and serotonin makes you happy and not so anxious. So yeah, get something weighted or a purring fuzz bucket. I have two. Lavender, valerian, chamomile, tryptophan, and every once in a while, a good vice. But those are the tools that I can recommend at this time for anxiety. As always, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out my Patreon and Discord.